Neerja Bhanot was an Indian head purser who died while saving passengers on Pan Am Flight 73, which had been hijacked by terrorists from a terrorist organization during a stopover in Karachi, Pakistan. On 5 September 1986. Bhanot was born on September 7, 1963, in Chandigarh, India, and raised in a Punjabi Hindu family in Bombay, present-day Mumbai. She had just enrolled at St. Xavier's College when a photographer saw her on campus and she began modeling for stores like Pavil and products like Vaporex. She had an arranged marriage and moved in with her husband. But the marriage soon fell apart. She divorced him after 2 months and decided to become a flight attendant. Bhanot applied for a flight attendant job with Pan Am. When in 1985 it decided to have an all-Indian cabin crew for its Frankfurt to India routes. She went to Miami, Florida for flight attendant training after being chosen, but returned as a purser. During her time at Pan Am, she also had a successful modeling career. Bhanot was the senior flight purser on Pan Am Flight 73, which was hijacked by 4 armed men on September 5, 1986, at Karachi Airport in Pakistan, on its way from Mumbai to the United States via Karachi and Frankfurt. The aircraft was carrying 380 passengers and 13 crew members. The terrorists wanted to fly to Cyprus in order to release Palestinian prisoners held there. It was around 6 a.m. when the terrorists crossed the Karachi airport tarmac in a van with wailing sirens and dressed as airport security. As they boarded the plane, Bhanot shouted the code for hijacking over the intercom while flight attendant Shireen Pavan immediately punched the code in. This allowed airport officials to take note and keep the aircraft grounded while authorities were called, as well as give the pilots a chance to escape. The hijackers were members of the Abu Nidal organization, a Palestinian terrorist organization backed by Libya that was targeting Americans and American assets. Varaf Daroga, the Pan Am director in Karachi, emerged on the tarmac and promised the terrorists a new pilot within the hour. The hijackers began targeting Westerners when no pilot came. They identified an Indian-American citizen early in the hijacking, dragged him to the exit, shot him dead, and threw his body out the plane. The terrorists then instructed Bhanot to collect all of the passengers' passports in order to identify the other Americans on board. She and the other attendants under her charge hid the passport off the remaining 43 Americans on board, some under a seat and the rest down a rubbish chute so that the hijackers could not differentiate between American and non-American passengers. After 17 terrifying hours, the plane's power was suddenly cut out. The gunmen fired into the aisles with abandon after failing to detonate their bomb belts. Bhanot rushed to open one of the emergency exits and help passengers down the slide. Despite the fact that she might have been the first to jump from the plane and leave, she chose to assist the other passengers. She was guiding the passengers to the emergency exit, a surviving passenger said. When one of the hijackers realized that she was protecting 3 unaccompanied children, he brutally grabbed Bhanot by her ponytail and shot her point blank. Out of a total of 44 American passengers, 2 were killed during the hijacking. A 7-year-old child on board is now a captain for a major airline and has stated that Bhanot has been an inspiration to him and that he owes her every day of his life. She was recognized internationally as the heroine of the hijacking, and became the youngest recipient of the Ashok Chakra Award, India's most prestigious gallantry award for bravery during peacetime. In addition to saving the lives of many hostages, Bhanot had also helped prevent the plane from getting off the ground. She received multiple awards from the U.S. government for her courage. as well as the Tamga-e-Pakistan from Pakistan, an award granted for showing great human kindness. Bhanot was posthumously received the Ashoka Chakra Award, India's highest gallantry award for valour in the face of the enemy during peacetime for her bravery. She is the first female and the youngest recipient of this award. The Indian Postal Service released a stamp commemorating her in 2004. Her loyalties to the passengers of the aircraft in distress will forever be a lasting tribute to the finest qualities of the human spirit. Ashok Chakra Citation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.